Hello again and welcome to the Africa Science Buskers Festival 2025. This morning I have a few students I'm going to speak to and ask them about their journey of coming up with their projects. Hello guys.
Hello.
So please tell me your names and where you're from.
My name is Tapiwana Shepiri and I'm from Zambia.
My name is Serafina Mankambo and I'm from Zambia.
My name is Kenga Makai and I'm from Zambia.
We're so excited to have you. So tell me about your project, your prototype. Tell me about how it's functioning and what it's supposed to achieve.
So my project is about climate change. It's named Nimbus. It adapts and predicts the weather. It provides precautions and suitable alerts to prepare anyone for disasters. It was brought up by a lot of things that have been going on in my country, by disasters that people are not usually prepared for. So we decided to make a project that helps people know when these things are going to happen.
That is lovely, Sophia. Thank you.
My project is casein plastic. It's also known as milk plastic. It's a type of plastic made from protein found in milk. We decided to make this plastic to reduce the environmental impacts that was caused by other plastics, and we want to promote it to replace the need for other plastics.
My project is basically like an awareness project on what greenhouse gases do on Earth and like certain things that we can do on Earth to stop using like greenhouse gases.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I wish you all the best in today's assessment. So tell me, how have you been feeling, and how is your journey coming into Zimbabwe and the experience been for you?
We're feeling very excited to be here. It's our first time being at the Africa Science Buskers, so it's a new experience for us and we're very excited to be here. And we're just enjoying the whole process. We may not win, but it's all about the knowledge that we're gaining, so we're very excited.
That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tell me about what you expect from today.
I'm just looking to make alliances and friendships with other people. I want to learn about other people, this country, and like this place is just so fun. Like it's better than the pressure of being in science fair, and I'm just really enjoying my experience here.
All right. And you, please just tell me one little thing that you would like to say to somebody who's watching and to inspire them.
I would say don't let anyone put you down. Like believe in yourself. If you want to do science, do science.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. All the best today.
Thank you.
As you have seen today, we have a few of our students who are really excited about what's coming up today. We have more students that are coming, and I'd like to hear about their projects as well. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Please tell me where you're from and your names.
So, hi, my name is Martin, and I'm from Luxembourg.
My name is Juliet, and I'm from Luxembourg too.
That's lovely. Tell me about your prototypes.
So, our project explored two solutions to make concrete more durable.
You're working on it together as a pair. That's lovely. How did you come up with it?
Well, in Luxembourg, there's building and concrete everywhere, and we've seen countless buildings being destructed to be rebuilt a few years after. So we wanted to see what was concrete's impact on environment.
Oh, that's lovely. And how are you feeling about today? What are you expecting to happen today?
We are very excited. For now, it's been a great experience to be here in Zimbabwe. We've learned so many cultures. The culture from Zimbabwe. About the results.
Great. Please share something inspirational for somebody who's been doubting themselves for a long time.
Well, as this festival shows it, science is for everyone. So if you're ever interested in a science project, don't think that you're unable to do it. There's always the solutions to create new things.
Thank you guys for joining us. All the best today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. As our competitors and panel go back inside, I hope you guys enjoy today's session as it's the final day. All the best today. Stay tuned.
A common problem faced by many African countries, which we are trying to solve, and we think that our project can help with that. Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephanie Walling, and I am here with my colleagues. And we are representing the school, Ashford Academy. And our project's name is POWER, which stands for Provision of Water and Electricity Rightly.
Then this project uses separating techniques which are simple distillation, fractional distillation, and filtration. This project was designed to produce water purification and hydroelectricity at the same time.
So, many people are asking, how are we going to do this? Well, with the separation techniques mentioned by my colleague, once the water passes through all the separation techniques, it will end in a chlorination tank, which will have two pipes. Firstly, the water from the chlorination tank will go into a house, which will be used for home consumption. And then half of the water after filtration, of course, is going to go for agro-purposes such as pastoralism and farming.
The main aim of our project is to help African countries access clean water and generate electricity at the same time. Our project demonstrates the potential of combining basic science principles and engineering solutions at the same time, tackling real-world problems such as water contamination, energy scarcity, and resource efficiency.
In addition to this, there are two types of water which is produced from a house, mainly grey water and black water. My colleague is going to explain more on grey water.
How we may use grey water is by, we can use grey water for watering gardens and also for crop irrigation. And the other thing is we can use it for toilet flushing and cleaning cars.
And now I'm explaining on black water. Black water is the water that we get from our toilets, which contains fecal matter. If you didn't know, black water is one of the hardest types of water to clean. So we have found a way of eliminating this black water using a UDDT, which stands for
a urine diverting dry toilet.
This toilet is going to separate urine from fecal matter. Now you may be wondering, what are we going to do with this fecal matter? This fecal matter will be left to decompose over time to form compost manure. And in addition to this, we plan on reusing the water constantly to double its value. How are we going to do this? We are going to add the cost of water. If you didn't know, to produce 1 megawatt of water per hour, you will need about 2 million liters of water.
In conclusion, our project demonstrates a sustainable way of producing purified water and electricity at the same time. This is our project.
Power.
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 A better way of living. Thank you.
A round of applause for the students of Ashford Academy. Up next, we have a student from Milestone Preparatory, and that is Notandom TC. A round of applause for Notandom TC. Notando, your 3 minutes start now.
Good morning to you all. My project is an autonomous self-powered water pollution robot. It helps to detect, monitor, and mitigate water pollution in aquatic environments. It uses different sensors to detect water quality levels. It uses a pH sensor, turbidity sensor, TDS, and dissolved oxygen sensor. For its movement, it will be floating on top of water surfaces, collecting floating debris in water. And it will be using propellers for its movement, and it has a lifting mechanism that will be using servo motors for lifting up the debris in water, and a container to put the debris in. And it also has ultrasonic sensors that detect objects in front of it from a range of 0 centimeters to 110 centimeters. And it also has a solar panel that will be helping it to power up all its movements and all its actions that will be doing while it's collecting debris in the water. So looking back, Harare has like a lot of rivers and dams, and I once visited a river in Lake Chiroe. So it wasn't a pleasant sight seeing all the dirt, all the garbage there, because it was meant for tourism. Animals were dying, fish dying, and humans getting sick. So it isn't really a pleasant sight living in such an environment. That's why I introduced a new project that can help us solve this problem and tackle water pollution in the environment and make water a place of life, not something that kills us, but something that brings life and joy to us. So as the youth, it's of paramount importance that we take care of our environments. We better our today so that our tomorrow is secured for the next generation to come. Thank you.
Finished with 52 seconds to spare. A round of applause for Notando. Sitting on number 3 are students from Gateway High, Henry Mujati and Tadiswa. Henry Mujati and Tadiswa of Gateway High.
There is no water in your hometown. And what did you think was the best solution? To drill a borehole, right? But wait a minute, boreholes get vandalized easily. And to drill a borehole, it really depends on the climate of the place and really what the water level in that area is. So I'm coming with a better solution that is more flexible and is not as dependent on climate and the area. I bring to you atmospheric water generation. So this concept is centered on trying to take moisture from the air in order to get water to use for daily use. It uses silica gel, which is a desiccant, sort of like how rice can take out water from your phone when you drop it in water. This is a material that can take out water from the air, and then the water can then be used for daily use. Now, imagine how much of an impact that would make for everybody in remote places which you might not even know of, where you have a portable water source that is scalable, can be taken from a yield of maybe 900 liters, 50 liters, depending on the use, just by changing the amount of silica gel that is in the application. This product not only works to reduce the global water crisis, it reduces pressure on people who are actually trying to give us water, like municipalities. So it's not only fixing one issue, it's fixing many issues, from water accessibility to governance and the like and the like. So if you invest in an idea like this, you're not only securing the future of water provision, but you're also trying to make sure that people do not suffer from the lack of water, probably dying. Thank you so much.
A round of applause for Henry. He finished with 1 minute, 6 seconds to spare. A round of applause for him as he takes his seat. Up next, we have students from Arundel. Those are Lien Kembo, Mutsamakaya, and Natalie Chinomwe. Lien Kembo, Mutsamakaya, and Natalie Chinomwe. Ladies, your 3 minutes start now.
Good morning, everyone. Before we go anywhere, let's look at Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, when a child falls and scrapes their knee, or when a grandmother develops a pressure sore, the most basic thing they need is protection. But what happens when a simple bandage is too expensive or too wasteful for our strained Zimbabwean healthcare system? Every year, thousands of preventable wound infections lead to amputations or sometimes even death. But what if all that could be solved with a simple patch? That's why we developed BioPatch 2.0. This is a biodegradable, cost-effective alternative to traditional wound dressings made of chitosan, gelatin, and cornstarch as base materials. Our chitosan is from discarded shellfish, and this promotes clotting, kills bacteria, and it is naturally antimicrobial. Additionally, it forms hydrogen bonds with the skin proteins, allowing our patch to stick securely. Secondly, gelatin from animal collagen. This helps for stretch and softness. Our bandage will feel nice and smooth when it's on you. Lastly, our cornstarch, found in most Zimbabwean homes. This provides structure and strength, which means that no breakage, no peeling, no cracking. With these three base materials, it's not just functional, it's sustainable, affordable, and easy to access for our communities.
But you see, a patch is not just about coverage. It's about protection and user comfort. That's why we chose 3 ingredients: honey, aloe vera, and turmeric. Honey is a natural osmotic agent. It pulls water out of the bacterial cells, dehydrating and killing them. It also releases a little hydrogen peroxide, which creates an acidic environment around the wound that bacteria cannot thrive in. Aloe vera has an active compound called aceminon. It basically promotes fibroblast activities. These are the very cells responsible for tissue repair. Turmeric has an active compound called curcumin. It inhibits pathways that lead to inflammation, and it's a powerful antioxidant. You see, these ingredients don't just heal. They prevent infection without the need for antibiotics. They're proven both by tradition and by science. They're affordable and familiar. But a patch is just a patch if it doesn't stick, right? That's why we created a bioadhesive layer made from honey, glycerin, and cornstarch, so that when you apply BioPatch, you know it will stick and do its job.
3 minutes is up. A round of applause for Leanne Kembo Mutsamakaya and Natalie Chinomwe. A round of applause, don't be jealous. Up next, we have students from Dominican Convent, Ruarashe Chinyani and Talita Vambe. Ladies, your 3 minutes start now.
Okay. Good morning to you all. Our project is called Wavura. So Wavura is a water harvesting system, and it uses a windmill. So this windmill is going to turn. It's going to turn its blades. After the blades have turned, the silica gel is going to absorb in the water and condense it into clean and drinkable water.
You might be thinking, how are we going to absorb the water from the silica gel? The condenser is going to release a certain amount of heat that is going to then make a smooth surface for the water droplets to start traveling. It will then travel to the filter chamber, where it's going to be purified into clean, drinkable water.
What is our project? Why did we make it? The problem we saw is one in 3 people in the world do not have clean water to drink. And so why should we waste the water vapor in the air and not just make it into clean, usable water? Thank you.
Our project is safe and sustainable, which means it makes use of solar panels so that just in case if there is no wind, for example, let's take today into consideration, it has low wind today, it is going to use solar panels as an alternative so that we can produce water no matter the climate or the weather. Thank you.
A round of applause. That was Rorashe Chinyani and Talita Vambi of Dominican Convent. The next finalist to make it at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival is Alberto Ndebele from USAP. Alberto Ndebele from USAP. A round of applause for Alberto as he comes up. Alberto, your 3 minutes start now.
Imagine this. Over 6 million people in Zimbabwe wake up every single day without access to basic, clean and safe drinking water. In some places in Matabeleland and Mashonaland, some of the communities go throughout the year without access to clean and safe drinking water. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a silent crisis leading to rampant waterborne diseases. Traditional solutions are less efficient and modern systems too expensive and too complex. But what if I could change this? What if I could empower these communities with a smart, sustainable and truly accessible solution? My name is Alberto Ndebele and I'm thrilled to present Aquatech Pure, a smartphone-powered portable water purifier. This isn't just a device, it's a lifeline designed to bring clean water to those who need it most, leveraging technology that is already in their pockets. Aquatech Pure integrates multi-stage physical filtration with advanced smart technology. The multi-stage physical filtration of the water includes locally available materials, sand, gravel, and activated charcoal, making Aquatech Pure incredibly cost-effective and relatively accessible. Aquatech Pure also has an optional UVC sterilization using a UVC-powered UVC light, which removes microbial contaminants completely in water. It also has an optional solar water pump, which ensures continuous flow of water off-grid, because flow of clean water should never rely on unreliable sources of electricity. It also has real-time smart monitoring using an Arduino Uno and a water sensor to collect vital readings while the water is being purified, and then provide feedback to the user's smartphone via the Aquatech Pure app. The data is sent from the Arduino to the user's smartphone via a Bluetooth connection. For people living in remote areas and for people who don't have access to smartphones, Aquatech Pure can also be used, because the system has an RGB LED which turns red if the water is dirty, turns blue if the water is now moderate, and turns green if the water is now clean, allowing everyone to effectively use Aquatech Pure. Thank you.
A round of applause for Alberto. A round of applause for Alberto, finishing at 2 minutes, 20 seconds. The next finalist to make it is a student again from Dominican Convent. That is Kimberly Marimo. Kimberly Marimo of Dominican Convent. Kimberly, your 3 minutes start now.
Hello everyone, my name is Kimberly and my project is on making biofuel using waste maize cobs which are pre-treated with the white rot fungus. So, Zimbabwe is a net importer of petroleum-based fuels which are expensive, they're non-renewable as well as environmentally harmful. Due to them being so expensive and non-renewable, Zimbabwe has faced major fuel shortages since about 1999 up to date. If we go back, in 2018, we had major fuel shortages. People were staying in queues for about 4 hours or even staying overnight. So, we start to talk about the maize itself. It's one of the most grown crops in Zimbabwe. Half of us grow maize. Zimbabwe did look for another alternative, for example, producing ethanol from sugarcane. But due to droughts as well as failure of managing the crop itself, it has decreased rapidly. So I decided to look and start thinking of a better way to reduce pollution as well as make clean energy. So I made the fuel. So how did I do this project? I pre-treated my waste maize cobs by the white rot fungus so that it can decompose and break down the lignin, which is a barrier that doesn't access the sugar. So in order for you to actually make ethanol, you need the hemicellulose, the cellulose. This is the reducing sugars that you can have to produce our ethanol. So I did that. The white rot fungus broke down the barrier, and then I got a significantly higher yield as compared to the one without the white rot fungus. So I reduced pollution. I also made it sustainable and reliable for Zimbabwe.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. A round of applause for Kimberly. Kimberly is a student with Dominican Convent. The next finalists are from Kutama College. That is Tanatswa Chiyangwa and Arthur Tachiona. Tanatswa Chiyangwa and Arthur Tachiona from Kutama College. That brings us down to 2 finalists that are left.
Ladies and gentlemen, in today's digital world, we fight many battles. One of the greatest battles we are fighting is not the battle to access information.
It's the battle for your attention.
Where Google web browser sees a user,
Soma sees a person.
A person who can get distracted, tired, or even motivated depending on what is being displayed on the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Soma in 3 minutes. So what we did, we created our own web browser which is specifically designed for students, right? Tell them about that scenario where you'll be studying and then,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever sat down, fully motivated, you want to study, just find yourself 30 minutes later scrolling through social media? We come to you with a solution. We designed a web browser for students, by us students, and we know the distractions. So basically, we are solving our own problems.
So we implemented hundreds of machine learning algorithms and artificial intelligence to create a browser that's ad-free, maybe unless they are from Soma. And it filters all ads and creates a very good environment for students. The best thing about Soma is that it adapts to the person. Like it's like a second brain. It learns about the person because we feed in a lot of data from you. This is because of a peripheral device we designed.
Soma is better than Google. How, you may ask? We make sure we take readings of you. We make sure you are healthy while studying. How do we do this? We made what we call pulse mouse. We can call it pulse rate if you want. Pulse mouse, it has a heart rate sensor, a pressure sensor, and other many sensors that take real-time data from a student. Let's say Soma, you're taking a quiz with Soma, right? Then a question is too hard for you. Your heart rate suddenly spikes. Soma then knows that this question spooked you, and it instantly suggests a solution.
Okay, so all of this data is being fed into our web browser, right? And the best thing about our web browser, it contains an e-learning platform where you can enter many different lessons at your school, and also contains this other feature called the focus mode. Let's say you want to study for, let's say, 2 hours, and you have your PDF, you don't want any disturbances. So you put your PDF and put, let's say, 2-hour study time, and then you log. Your device is logged for the next 2 hours. You can't access any other application in your laptop.
Soma comes with its very own AI chatbot, just like ChatGPT, but much better. Soma supports different languages, specifically around Zimbabwe. We are going to upgrade it, of course, put many languages, Zambian, we just add more. It will just grow as the student grows. With this, ladies and gentlemen,
we thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. That was Tanatswa Chiyangwa and Arthur Tichaona. Please do make one for us at work. We find ourselves distracted by TikTok too. Please assist us. The next finalist to make it at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival, the second from last, is Takudzwa Chiwota from Milestone College. Mr. Chiwota, your 3 minutes start now.
Okay, so imagine you're at your house, you have a severe headache, a sudden severe headache. Are you going to rush to the hospital? Well, some of you may, but some may not, right? So imagine you search on Google the treatment for the headache. Google, the problem is it provides you with vast information that is overload, right? So I introduced this app, I created an app that assists people in ways that if you enter your sickness, let's say your symptoms, you enter a symptom, I'm shaking, maybe you have a type of disease, it tells you what are these potential diseases. It shows you the ways, the steps that you can take, the diet that you're supposed to produce in order for you to treat that disease, right? It is also based on on a personal level, because let's be honest, if you search a sickness on Google, it just provides you with information that everyone, it's just information around the world. It's not general, it's not personalized. This app is personalized to the extent that you create your account, you enter your weight, you enter your height, and when you are now getting treatment, it is personalized. It knows you because of machine learning and AI. It knows the type of person you are, your diet, your routines that you will be doing. So generally, it is on a personal level, and it works offline. For those people who do not have data, because not all of us have money to go on Google and dive deep into research and all that. So this app works offline. For those people who are in remote areas, it works also. Thank you.
A round of applause for Takudzwa. I don't think Sanda Pikai would be particularly happy with these two finalists. Anyone know who Sanda Pikai is? Who is Sanda Pikai? He's the CEO of Google. Well done, a round of applause for you. You guys are attacking Google a lot, eh? The last finalist to make it at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. There are three actually, and they're going to come up. Michael Mazorodze, Tinashe Jesse, and Muhammad Rana. Michael Mazorodze, Tinashe Jesse, and Muhammad Rana. He's very shocked. I hope you're going to talk. Gentlemen, your 3 minutes start now.
Good morning. My name is Muhammad Adran and I'm here with my companions. So we realized that many drones have short distances due to the low battery power. So we modified a drone with small but powerful solar panels to it and attached it to the battery system.
So we added these small but powerful solar panels to extend the drone's flying time.
Alright, so as my fellow colleague has said over here, we've added solar panels and significantly increased the flying time. Why would we do this? Well, we've done this to test out clean energy. We're planning to use clean energy wherever we can to reduce the depletion of the ozone layer because of dangerous gases. So we've modified a drone by adding solar panels onto it. There's some advantages of it and some disadvantages, like the fact that if, for example, the drone flies faster and higher because of the solar panels, and sadly in European countries where there's no sun, it doesn't really charge. So we have advantages and disadvantages of our drone, but we still try and improve it and try to do our best with our project. Thank you.
A round of applause for the gentleman. Boys and girls, that brings us to the top 10 finalists. A round of applause for them. So as I explained earlier on, the judges are now busy compiling the scores. The top 3 finalists are going to receive each 200 United States dollars in cash, a certificate, and a Tech Buskers kit. Again, going to receive number 1, $200 in cash, a Tech Buskers kit, and if we're in national elections, that would be the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission now going out. Your fate is literally in their hands. But you'll be all right. You're okay. So each finalist is going to get $200, a Tech Buskers kit, and a certificate. Now, before we get to the next round of awards, I understand there are people I skipped yesterday during our greeting session. So we have a team from Namibia. Team Namibia, please come up and greet the room. Team Namibia. A round of applause for Team Namibia. You're not clapping as hard as you were yesterday.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anastasia, and I am representing Namibia. I am the founder of the NAM STEM Foundation in Namibia, and we specialize in STEM education among our learners. A way to greet people in Namibia in my native language is in Afrikaans. We say goeiemorgen, which means good morning. And a fun fact that I can give you is that we are home to one of the oldest deserts in the world. It's called the Namib Desert.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eben Bako, and I am from the town of Gold, Karibov in Namibia. A way to greet in my native language, Damaranama, is Moro. And one fun fact is that Namibia has the oldest gold town in Namibia.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alshante Mateis, and a fun fact about Namibia is we're home to the second largest canyon in the world, known as the Fish River Canyon. And one way to greet in one of our many native languages is Owalelepo.
A round of applause for Team Namibia. Up next, we have students from Banani School. Students from Banani. A round of applause for them as they come.
Hi guys. So my name is Serafina and we're students from Banani International Secondary School.
In Zambia. So where we come from, in our language, we say good morning by saying
Mavukashani.
And then you reply with
How do you reply?
with how?
Okay. Huh? I think
Winoshani.
So, good. So, and our school, we like singing. So today, we're going to sing for you a song.
Our school song. Yeah. How do you start a song? How do you start a song? How do you start a song? Oh, I see. No, wait. Say banana song. Me.
We're going to sing our school song for all of you. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Come to Banani, the school of hope, the school of happiness. Peace be with you all and everyone that comes to Banani. Lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just have a problem when you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. You might just have a problem that I'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Woo! When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Thank you.
My favorite part of the song has to be the woo. A round of applause for Banani International School as they take their seat. So we've heard from Luxembourg, we've heard from the United States of America, we've heard from Zambia, we've heard from Namibia, but we've not heard from Zimbabwe, is it? So you guys want to be taught other people's language? You don't want to teach them? You're selfish. That's very selfish. So we have students from Arundel who are going to come up. They seem shocked. We have students from Arundel who are going to come up and just greet the room and maybe teach us a few words or two.
Do you know
Is that okay?
professionals avoid burnout?
Who's coming up? Arundel.
They take micro-retirement and learn AI. It's 2025. AI can build a...
Good morning, everyone. I'm proud to be representing Zimbabwe at this year's Africa Science Buskers Festival, a place where ideas collide, passion meets purpose, and science creates a bridge towards a better future. See, we live in a world where the very privilege that makes us comfortable makes us blind to real-world problems. Lack of clean water isn't just a news headline, it's someone's daily challenge. Electricity blackouts aren't just an inconvenience, they're shutting down schools, hospitals, and futures. Africa Science Buskers gives us young scientists a platform to explore invisible problems that are invisible not because they're not real, but because we haven't had to face them ourselves. So, let us not leave this room with just awards and applause, but let us leave here with a greater awareness of the world around us and the courage to make it a better place. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. I think that was very well put. Thank you, Leanne. So, since everyone else taught us some things from their languages, I think it's only fair that we teach you a few words in Shona, which is one of the many languages that we speak here in Zimbabwe. So in the morning when we wake up, usually we greet each other by saying Mamuka se. So Shona is a very poetic language. So Mamuka se directly translates to how have you woken up? Kana mamuka wo. So I have woken well if you have woken well, essentially. So Mamuka se. Yes, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
A round of applause for the students at Arundel. So here's what we're going to do. There are a few extra Tech Buskers kits that are at the back. So if anyone in this room can remember what the greeting from Zambia was. If you can remember and Zambia can confirm, please, students from Zambia are not allowed to participate. If you can remember what the greeting from Zambia was, and Zambia can confirm, then you get a free Tech Buskers kit.
So they said Maokashin, then the other one said Maokashan.
Is that correct? You guys only get 3 attempts.
Maukabwanji. Maukabuino.
Zambia, is that correct? They say that it's correct. So, please make sure to see me, and then you get your Tech Buskers kit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the next round of awards. Now, this is the Popular Vote Award. So, submissions were made on YouTube, and then the video with the most views and the most likes won, and the most comments as well, won this award. So we have 4 finalists that won. Now, the finalists are going to get a Tech Buskers kit and a certificate. Now, the first finalist to win is Leanne from Mexico. The next finalist is a student from Egypt, and his name is Yehia. Yehia Elazam. All right, whilst we finalize that, we also have awards for teachers. Why do you sound so disappointed? So we have awards for teachers coming up next. All right, we're back. So the next finalist who won that one is Yehia Elazam.
Hi, I'm Esram. I am Yahya, and we are neuroplasticists. Our project is a full treatment system to help solve psychological disorders like stress and anxiety and phobia and trauma by using a VR headset with several models like a model for isolation trauma and anxiety and stress and phobias to help solve the problems with the traditional ways of treatment, like the usage of medicine that contains addictive substance that may cause health problems. After finishing creating our project and all the models of the application, we sent a survey to more than 50 people from different age groups. And after that, we found out that 70% of these people had been suffering from psychological disorders. And more than 77% of them were ready to try our VR experience to try and solve these problems. After that, we tried our project on 5 patients, including 2 of them who had been suffering from problems of the electricity of their brain, which can be caused by the photosensitivity emitted by the screens of electronic devices. So we made sure that our project and VR application doesn't have any negative effect on such people.
We have created a plan for our project to increase the efficiency and organize our work. Firstly, we have searched many online markets about the VR headsets. We are looking for a headset that is low in cost and have a high quality and profits. So we found out the Oculus Quest 2 and used in our project. And at the same time, we searched for on many websites and research papers about the psychological problems and the ways of treatment. After that, we had done our virtual reality models by C# programming language and Unity as an software application. After using the VR models on our project, we have found out some problems that faces the patient. Firstly, the patient doesn't have the essential support that let him complete our treatment and be healed. So we have done an AI chatbot that gives him the essential support by chatting with each other at any time to let him pleased with our treatment. And the second problem was some patients take the wrong medicine and are diagnosed wrong. So we have done a website that chooses for the patient the best model for her among our models.
At the end, we created a future plan for our project. Firstly, we aim to expand our project by creating an online network so all the patients and doctors can be online in real time of the treatment. Second, we try to expand our platforms by making our project compatible with more devices, not only VR headset but also Android devices to be compatible with VR boxes. And to make the experience more immersive, we aim to use the hand tracking of the VR instead of the tracking with the controllers, and also use 3D audio to be so the patient can be more immersed in the experience. Thank you for listening.
The next student is a student from Indonesia. The name is
Again,
Kaylin
we have the
Siswanto.
part of the top
Kaylin.
10 finalists. Congratulations, guys, for making it this far. Please tell me your names and where you're from.
Arthur Tachona, I'm from Kutama College, near Norton.
Tanaza Chiangwa, same school.
Awesome. So, guys, do tell me about your project and what you did.
So we designed Soma. It's a web browser. It's designed specifically for students by our students. So Soma focuses solely on cutting off advertisements and other distractions, such that when a student is studying, he's solely focused on studying. You explain more.
Okay, so Soma, the word Soma comes from the Shona word, which means to study or to read. So we are trying to make like the most indigenous thing out of it, you know. And then we also designed our own peripheral device, which is called the Pulse Mouse, which will be taking data and feeding it into the SOMA so that the browser gets to learn about the student. It becomes kind of a second brain of the student.
That's great. And how are you feeling about being part of the top 10?
To be honest, right now I'm really shocked. I was not expecting to be in the top 10 because when we entered the room, like for the judging, we were so scared. We saw many people with different projects, big things, big vehicles, and we only had our laptops and a mouse, so we were really scared. But then to be in the top 10, I'm really glad, and I thank the ASBA for this opportunity.
Okay, so you know, I'm also happy because of, you know, we worked very hard for this. Like, we wrote 1,000 lines of codes, implemented many machine learning, artificial intelligence algorithms we weren't even taught. So, you know, it's just like our hard work is kind of paid out and stuff.
Yeah, that's lovely. It must be really exciting to be in the position that you're in. I mean, from 360. Thank you so much. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, guys, these people have worked so hard, and we're seeing more students. Hello, ma'am. Tell me who you are and where you're from.
I'm Kimberly, and I am from Dominican Convent, Harare.
That's awesome. How does it feel to be part of the top 10?
I feel thrilled. I'm very excited. I never expected this to actually happen. I was dreading it in the morning, if you could ask my fellow students as well who came with me. But I'm so happy and thrilled, and I do have to thank God for what He has done for me.
That is beautiful. What encouragement do you have for somebody who's been doubting themselves for some time?
So, funny thing, when I actually started doing projects, I wasn't in the science class. I was in the business classes. So it was very demotivating for other students to say, oh, you can't do sciences because you don't do science subjects. So I always doubted myself until I did this. Joined so many competitions and won and proved it. So if there's someone out there who thinks or doubts themselves, I am telling you, there's 100% that you can ace it. I've gone to America just because of this, and I'm not even a science student. So you can do it.
Wow. Thank you for joining us, Kimberly. Right. Thank you so much. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to watch these guys. They're doing a phenomenal job. As you can see, we had students from Kutama and from Convent. These guys are here in Zimbabwe and they've done exceptionally well. For all of those that are watching us online, thank you for joining us and stay tuned.
Let me show you how the drip irrigation system works.
A round of applause for Jordan Mbako from Namibia. Moving on to the Teachers Awards. Now, these awards are awarded to teachers with the highest number of finalists in this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. So the teachers with the highest number, look at you checking which school is. So this award is going to be presented by none other than the founder and director of the Africa Science Buskers Festival, that is Mr. Knowledge Chikundi. So the way we're going to do it is, if your name is called up, and this applies to the rest of the awards as well. If your name is called up, you come up, you receive your certificate, and then you give us a huge smile for the photographer, right? Is everyone clear on that? So you come up, come on stage, you handed over your certificate and a smile for the camera. So the first teacher to receive an award is Mr. Mlambani from Arundel High. The next teacher to receive an award is Mr. Kelvin Mwansa from Banani International School. The next teachers to receive an award are Mr. Edgar Somerai and Glenda Blanchard from Chisipiti Senior School. Edgar Somerai and Glenda Blanchard from Chisipiti Senior School. A round of applause. Up next, we have teachers from Milestone College, Mr. Miyambo and Mr. Mderere. Mr. Miyambo and Mr. Mderere are teachers from Milestone College. A round of applause for them. The next teacher to receive an award is from Heritage School. That's Mr. Matizwa. A round of applause for her. She comes up. A round of applause for Mr. Tizwa. The next teacher is from USAP Community School, Alistair Panache. A round of applause for her. She comes up. Up next, we have Mr. Elias Kapuya from Westridge Primary School. Mr. Elias Kapuya from Westridge Primary School. Coming in from the back, a round of applause for him. So we have 8 teachers that are that received awards, but you have to forgive me. I skipped a teacher who was sitting at number 4. Apologies for that. Mr. Kuraone Chikomba from Dominican Convent. Mrs. Kuraone Chikomba from Dominican Convent. A round of applause for her. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our teachers. I'm sure you would agree that they help us a lot to make it here. Now, the next award is given to the consistent science busker, the most consistent science busker. It's called the Consistent Science Busker Award. Now, this is given to students who have participated in the festival for 3 times or more. So the average is 3 times or what? Or more. This is going to be presented by Mrs. Nyakarombo. A round of applause for Mrs. Nyakarombo as she comes up. The first consistent science busker is Christine Kupika. Christine Kupika.
For just $37, you can generate as many videos as...
A round of applause for Christine. The next consistent science busker is Sasha Mwanza Sandamu. Sasha Mwanza Sandamu. The next consistent science busker is Sinchande Alsa. Sinchande Alsa. Alisa. Alisa. Sinchande Alisa. You forgive me for that. A round of applause for her. She comes up. A round of applause for her. The fourth consistent science busker is Makai Kenga. Makai Kenga. Makai Kenga. Again from Banana International School. DJ, can you help us celebrate? Let's have something fun. Makai Kenga from Banana International School. The next finalist is Christine Ishokunze. Christ Wish Ishokunze. Christ Wish Ishokunze. Christ Wish Ishokunze. Christ Wish Ishokunze. Please don't blame me, blame the person who was writing here. A round of applause for Christ Wish. The next consistent basker is Sauma Milanzi. Sauma Milanzi. The next finalist is Michelle Famba Waputa. Michelle Famba Waputa. A round of applause for Michelle. The next finalist is Osirimiji Ihude. Osirimiji Ihude. A round of applause for Misty Ihude. The next finalist is Tanatswa Mbizo. A round of applause for Tanatswa. We are down to the last four. The next consistent basker is Nicole Mupota. Nicole Mupota. A huge smile for the camera and a round of applause for Nicole. The next consistent basker is Anesu Chiwona. Anesu Chiwona. A round of applause for Anesu. We are down to the last two. The next consistent science basker is Waishe Nyakarombo. Waishe Nyakarombo. Is Waishe in? Seems absent. The last consistent science basker is Chansa Kalinda. Chansa Kalinda. A round of applause as she comes to the stage. A round of applause for Chansa Kalinda. So we're going to get a group photo of all our finalists who were consistent. So if you won this award and you are not on stage, please do rush up. A round of applause for the consistent participants in our editions of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. No, don't be jealous. A round of applause.
I just started singing this line. Do you want to hear it? Come on, then you go.
Huge smiles for the camera. A huge round of applause. A huge round of applause for the consistent science buskers. Now the next award is called the Luxembourg International Science Expo Delegate Award. The Luxembourg International Science Expo Delegate Award. Now this will be presented by Susanna. A round of applause for her as she comes on stage. Now, the winner of this particular award is going to travel to Luxembourg in October of 2025. A round of applause. If you've won this award, I hope you were listening to the greeting lesson yesterday because you're going to need it in October. The winner of this award is a student at Arundel, and this is Christine Messi Kopika. Christine Messi Kopika. A round of applause for Christine. A round of applause for Christine. Christine will travel to Luxembourg in October of 2025 to participate in the Luxembourg International Science Expo. A round of applause. Congratulations, Christine. Now the next category, this is the bronze medal category, again presented by Susanna. Now we're going to kickstart with the juniors. The first junior to win a bronze medal this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival is Ryan Takaleno. Let's celebrate Ryan. Tears of joy in his eyes. Congratulations, Ryan. Please stay up. Please stay up for the group photo. The second participant to win is Christine Masicho. Christine Masicho. A round of applause for Miss Masicho. Celebrate Miss Masicho. The next finalist is Andy Simbeye. Andy Simbeye. A round of applause for him as he comes up. A round of applause for Andy. The next finalist is Courtney Mabaudi. Courtney Mabaudi. Again from Milestone Preparatory School. Congratulations, Courtney. Sitting on number 5 is Joseph Chekenya. Joseph Chekenya. A round of applause for Joseph as he comes up. Is that your project that you're wearing? The next finalist to win a bronze medal is Nicolette Shava. Nicolette Shava. Nicolette Shava. Nicolette Shava, a round of applause for her. The next finalist is Tanatswa Sherekete. Tanatswa Sherekete. A round of applause for Tanatswa Sherekete, who is the 7th finalist to win a bronze medal. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be jealous, your time will come too. The next finalists to win a bronze medal, they're Joe, Denzel Makuwaza and Munopa Manyadziwa. Denzel Makuwaza and Munopa Manyadziwa. A round of applause for the 2 young men. Congratulations, well done. The next finalists again are duo, and they are Daniel Peleng and Ethan Mudakini. Daniel Peleng and Ethan Mudakini. Daniel Peleng and Ethan Mudakini. A round of applause. So remember, when you get your medal, look straight at the camera for your picture. A round of applause for them. The next finalist is Luyanda Ritimela. Luyanda. A round of applause for Luyanda. A round of applause for Luyanda. The next finalist to win is Luce Mulanda. Luce Mulanda. Luce Mulanda. A round of applause for Luce. Celebrate Luce. The next finalist, Blessing Nayangwe and Samantha. Blessing Nayangwe and Samantha. Blessing Nayangwe and Samantha, again from Banani International School. A round of applause for them. Huge smiles for the camera. There we go. A round of applause for them. The next finalists to win a bronze medal in the junior category are Pamela Mlingo and Vimbai Nengamasha. Pamela Mlingo and Vimbai Nengamasha. A round of applause for Pamela and Vimbai. A round of applause for our finalists. And finally, we have Pride Choto and Pel Choto. Pride Choto and Pel Choto. A round of applause. Again, they are students at Milestone International Preparatory School, rather. A round of applause for them. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you winners of the bronze medal at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival in the junior category. A round of applause. A round of applause for the winners of the bronze medal in the junior category. A round of applause for them as they take their seats. Moving on to the bronze medal, but in the senior category, again presented by Susanna. The first finalist. So we will try to make it quick because we have 28 finalists that are winning. You made it difficult for the judges. So the first one is Walter Muri. Walter Muri. As Walter Muri is preparing, is coming up. Can Chidochashe Chekure also prepare? That is Walter Muri on stage right now. The next finalist to win this medal is Chidochashe Chekure. Chidochashe Chekure. A round of applause for Chidochashe. A round of applause for Chidochashe. The next finalists are Mamon Namutowe and Tehiri Kalumba. Again, students at Banani International School. Can the room just applaud Banani International School? Well done, Banani, you are doing quite well. The next finalists to take this medal in the senior category, we have Iben Mbako and Trinity Sande. Iben Mbako and Trinity Sande. A round of applause for the finalists as they come up. Iben Mbako and Trinity Sande. From Namibia, if I'm not mistaken. A round of applause for our finalists. The next finalist to win this medal is Nida Nyangadu. Niza Nangandu. A round of applause for the finalist. A round of applause for her as she comes up. The 8th finalist to win this is Cindy Wemkiza. Cindy Wemkiza. Sindisiwe Mkiza. You guys are my witnesses. It's written Cindy here. A round of applause for Sindisiwe Mkiza. The next finalist is Jason Mguni. Jason Mguni. Jason Mguni. A round of applause for Jason as he comes up. The next finalists to win the bronze medal in the senior category are Shalom Mungwandi and Panashe Gomba. Shalom Mungwandi and Panashe Gomba. A round of applause for them as they come up. A round of applause for Shalom and Panashe. The next finalist to win this particular award is Patimwa Heritage. Patimwa Heritage is the finalist in the room. Patimwa Heritage. A round of applause for the finalists as they come up. The next finalist to win a bronze medal is Tinodai Sheshinyanza. Tinodaishe Chinyanza. A round of applause for Tinodaishe. The next finalists are Laura Ratuana and Chinomudaishe. Laura Rwatiwana and Chinodaishe. A round of applause for Laura and Chinomudaishe. The next finalists are Brenda and Nyaradzo. Brenda and Nyaradzo. Brenda and Nyaradzo are from USAP Community School. A round of applause for them. The next finalist is Ropafadzo Majena. Ropafadzo Majena. And we're down to the last 14. I told you we have 28 finalists. The next finalists to win this bronze medal are Rose Juliet and Cremble Martin. Rose Juliet and Cremble Martin. A round of applause for our finalists. A round of applause for Rose Cremble. The next finalist to win is Charmaine Mutopa. Charmaine Mutopa. A round of applause for Charmaine as she comes up. The next finalists to win this medal are Tanaka Chireza and Kelvin Dube. Tanaka Chireza and Kelvin Dube. A round of applause for Tanaka and Kelvin as they come up. A round of applause for Tanaka and Kelvin. The next finalist to win is Tracy Ndoro. Tracy Ndoro. A round of applause for Tracy as she comes up. The next finalist to win this is Valerie Puiro. Valerie Puiro, again from USAP Community School. A round of applause for Valerie. Down to the last 8. The next finalist to win this is Princess Sabili. Princess Sabili. A round of applause for Princess. The next finalist is Nicole Mupota. Nicole Mupota. Nicole Mupota from ZRP High School. A round of applause for Nicole. The next finalist to win a bronze medal in the senior category is Anne Suchiwana. Anne Suchiwana. A round of applause for Anne Su. The next finalist to win is Tinashe Runganga. Tinashe Runganga. A round of applause for Tinashe as she comes up. The next finalist is Mazvita Chengeta. Mazvita Chengeta. A round of applause for Mazvita. The next finalist to win is Kundai Marazange. Kundai. The next finalists to take away the bronze medal in the senior category are Ayanda Chikoro and T. Nyaruanga. Ayanda Chikoro. A round of applause for the finalists. A round of applause for the girls. Down to the last three. The next finalist to walk away with the bronze medal in the senior category is Chansa Kalinda. Chansa Kalinda. Again from Banani International School. Where is the Banana International School teacher? Let's celebrate their teacher. Down to the last two. Second from last finalist to win the bronze medal is Ashley Chifamba. Ashley Chifamba. Last but definitely not least, to walk away with a bronze medal again are students from Banani International School. And these are Marietta and Natasha. Marietta Rusere and Natasha Chbesa. A round of applause for the students. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you winners in the senior category of bronze medals. A round of applause for them. Please come up on stage for your group photo. Let's try to fit on the stage. A round of applause for our bronze medalists in the senior category. A round of applause for our bronze medalists at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. Congratulations, well done. The next medal, the next award is to be presented by Dr. Chifamba. A round of applause for Dr. Chifamba as she comes up. Dr. Chifamba was part of our judging panel and is going to present the silver medal, beginning with the junior category. And the first finalists to walk away with this silver medal in the junior category are students at Westridge Primary School, Tadiwa Nashe Zigora, Stonewall Share, and Tawonga. Tadiwa Nashe Zigora, Stonewall Share, and Tawonga. A round of applause for them. The next finalists to walk away with a silver medal in the junior category are students at Chisipiti School, and these are Mwakawashe Mafunga, Fadzai Gonese, and Aixin Wen. Mwakawashe Mafunga, Fadzai Gonese, and Aixin Wen. A round of applause for them as they come up. A round of applause for the finalists from Chisipiti School. The next finalists to walk away with a silver medal in the junior category are Munashe Chidawanyika and Jikomborero Kadungure. Munashe Chidawanyika and Jikomborero Kadungure. A round of applause for the finalists. The next finalists to walk away with the silver medal in the junior category are Liseli Mkata and Mulambo Mtonga. Again from Banani International School. I'm pretty sure there is something in that school song that we must figure out. The next finalist to walk away with a silver medal is Alicia Zani. Alicia Zani. A round of applause for Alicia Zani. The next finalist is Mufaro Mudemwa. Mufaro Muchemwa. Is Mufaro in? Represented by the teacher. A round of applause in absentia. The next finalist is Angel Moyo. Angel Moyo. Angel Moyo. A round of applause for Angel as she comes up. The next finalist to walk away with a silver medal in the junior category is Makanaka Mangenga. Makanaka Mangenga. Congratulations, Makanaka. A round of applause for her. The next finalists are Zoe Jonasi and Michelle. Zoe Jonasi and Michelle. A round of applause for them as they come up. The next finalist to win is Emmanuel Ditalo. Emmanuel Ditalo. A round of applause for Emmanuel as he comes up. A round of applause for Emmanuel. The next finalist is Mufaro Mtetwa. Mufaro Mtetwa. Mufaro Mtetwa. A round of applause for Mufaro and a colleague. The next finalist to win is Tadiwa Ndemera. Tadiwa Ndemera. A round of applause for Tadiwa. The next finalist to win is Shoots Salifanji. again from Banani International School. A round of applause for her. The last finalists to win this medal are Avishi Jain and Yowan Shen. Avishi Jain and Yowan Shen. A round of applause for them. May all our medalists, silver medalists, join us on stage for a group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for this year's edition of silver medalists in the junior category. A round of applause for our junior category silver medalists. A round of applause for them as they take their seats. Moving on to the senior category. The senior category for the silver medalists. However, for this part, unfortunately, because of the number of finalists that made it for this particular medal, we don't have enough medals for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to call out the list, and then by next week, your medals will be available at your schools. All right? Is everyone okay with that? So we're going to begin with, so there's no need to come up to the stage. We just call out, and then your medals will follow. Or rather, we just come up at the end for the group photo. Is that all right? The first one is Majoni Crystal from ZRP. Followed by Ryan Mwambe from Milestone. Olive Gambura. Makanaka Bonyongwa and Lionel. Mugodi Samuel and Chirirombe Tatenda. Giovanni Nyatsomba and Tavonga Jonga. Gabriel Maseko from Westridge. Majita Marisa. Natasha Shawangu. And Helen Vunzai. Tanatswa Mbizo. Blessing Masaka. Tinaye Stole. Tinashe Runyemba. Ryan Nyaniwa. Maxine Gotora and Nicole Lufeni. Taona Rinomota and Vuyelwa Kele. Wana Luyeta, Patricia Mwale and Shalene Nawa. That must be Banani. I'm not looking, but it's definitely Banani. Dion Chirume, Munashe Mazingizi, and Maya Gomez, and Safia and Adam. That's one group. Trinity Sande, Nembaware Godfrey, and Pride Mutata. Sioma Sbanda, and Ngoni Chifuo. Pasmo Tsweriwa, Tavonga Msiriri, Charity Chirara, Mufaro Zanasi rather, Ishmael Mteta, Nokutenda and Rutendo, Josiah and Ecolite from Chisipiti. So may all our finalists please come up for a group photo. If you were part of a group and I called out some of your members and I didn't call out your name, you can come up as well. I'm told there are some groups, but I didn't call out their names. A round of applause for the winners of the silver medal and the senior category. A round of applause, a round of applause. Celebrate. You may take your seats. Moving on to the Gold Award. This will be presented by Mary Aline Wood. A round of applause for her. She comes up. She was also part of the judging panel. So we're going to start with the junior category. The first finalist to walk away with a gold medal is from Ashford Academy and is Takandwa Kapwanya. Takandwa Kapwanya. They are a group from Zambia. A round of applause for the team as they come up. A round of applause for Ashford Academy. You would recall they are also part of the top 10 finalists. A round of applause for them. The next finalists to win the gold medal, please stay on stage. It's from Dominican Convent Primary, Titi Samkange. Titi Samkange. A round of applause for Titi. A round of applause for TT. The next finalist to walk away with a gold medal in the junior category, again a group, Michael Mazorodze, Tinashe Jesse, and Muhammad Rana from Westridge Primary School. A round of applause for them. A round of applause for Michael, Tinashe, and Muhammad. The next finalist to walk away with a gold medal in the junior category. Huge smiles for the camera. A round of applause for them. The next finalist in the junior category to walk away with a gold medal is Netaro Vengai from Milestone Preparatory. Vengai from Milestone Preparatory. A round of applause for her. The last but definitely not least, finalist to walk away with the gold medal again from Milestone Preparatory School is Notando Mtisi. A round of applause for Notando. If I'm not mistaken, Notando is also part of the top 10 finalists. A round of applause for her. A huge round of applause for our gold medalists in the junior category. Please take the center of the stage for a group photo. A group photo. A huge round of applause for the winners of the gold medal at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival in the junior category. Moving on to the senior category, again presented by Mary. To open up the show, we have students from Kutama College, Tanatswa Chinyangwa, and Arthur Tichaona. Tanatswa and Arthur Tichaona. A round of applause for Arthur and Tanatswa. They are also part of the top 10 finalists. Huge congratulations. I'm banking on you to make an app for us at work as well. A round of applause for Arthur and Tanatswa. The next finalist in the senior category is Kimberly Marimo from Dominican Convent. Kimberly Marimo from Dominican Convent. A round of applause for Kimberly. The next finalist to walk away with a gold medal in the senior category is a student from Yusuf Community School. Huge round of applause for Alberto Ndebele. Alberto Ndebele. Alberto must also be part of the top 10 finalists. You guys like making life hard for our judges. I can't wait to see that top 3. A round of applause for Beto. The next finalists to walk away with a gold medal are students of Gateway High, Henry Mujati and Tadisa Mtisi. Henry Mujati and Tadisa Mtisi. A round of applause for them as they come up. We are down to the last 3. We only have 7. A round of applause for him. The next finalist to walk away with a gold medal, again a group, we have Ruarase Chinyani and Talita Vambe from Dominican Convent. Ruarase Chinyani and Talita Vambe, again from Dominican Convent. A round of applause for the girls. The next finalist, again from Milestone, is Takudzwa Chiwota. Takudzwa Chiwota. A round of applause for Takudzwa. A round of applause for Takudzwa Chiota, a student of Milestone College. The last group to walk away with the gold medal are Lien Kembo, Mutsamakaya, and Natalie Chinomwe. A round of applause for them. They too are part of that top 10. A round of applause for them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you the winners of the gold medal on this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival in the senior category. A round of applause for them. Please occupy the center of the stage for a group photo. A huge round of applause. A huge round of applause for them as they take their seats. You would recall when we began the program, we had 10 finalists that came up on stage and presented their projects on a 3-minute clock, and the judges deliberated, and we have the top 3 winners. I say that the top 3 are walking away with number 1, a 200 United States dollar cash prize, a certificate, and a Tech Buskers kit. Now, who are the top 3? Sitting at 3rd place, this award is called the Broadcom Foundation Award and is to be presented by Mr. Chikundi, director and founder of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. A huge round of applause for Mr. Chikundi. The results are in. Sitting at 3rd place is a familiar name. A round of applause for Alberto Ndebele. Alberto Ndebele. A huge round of applause for Alberto. Alberto walks away with 200 United States dollars, a Tech Buskers kit, and his certificate. Please stay on stage. On 2nd place, we have a group comprising of Michael, Tinashe, and Muhammad. Again, familiar names and familiar faces. A round of applause for them. A huge round of applause for them as they receive their prize. You haven't been this silent since yesterday. I wonder why. Sitting on 1st place for the Broadcom Foundation Award. Again, familiar names. Again, familiar faces. A group of Leah, Mutsa, and Natalie. A round of applause for them as they take the stage. A huge round of applause for the 1st place winners of the Broadcom Foundation, which is proudly brought to us by Broadcom Foundation. They walk away with 200 United States dollars, a Tech Buskers kit, and a certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the winners, the top 3 of the top 10 finalists at this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. Huge round of applause for them. You would think that's all, but we have one last prize. One last prize, the big one. If you are a consistent participant in this festival, you know this award, the Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award. The Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award. Now this award recognizes students in grades 5 to 8 who combine STEM learning with coding to solve a community problem they care about that aligns with the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. Now the winner of this particular award gets a Raspberry Pi computer kit and a 250 United States dollar cash prize. The winner of this award, help me celebrate Notandom TC. Congratulations to Notandom TC being recognized for combining STEM learning with coding to solve a community problem that he cares about and that aligns to the 17 SDGs of the United Nations. Congratulations, Notando. A huge round of applause for Notando. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of this year's edition of the Africa Science Buskers Festival. A huge round of applause. Congratulations to all the bronze medalists, the silver medalists, the gold medalists, to each and every one of you who participated this year, to each and every one of you who made it this year. You would be surprised how many people entered this particular festival, but you made it possible. You make it possible. A huge round of applause to the organizing team led by Mr. Nola Chikundi. A huge round of applause for them. A huge round of applause to your teachers who made it possible, assisting you every step of the way. In a special way, let us celebrate it. Let us celebrate the outstanding Banana International School. Well done. To all schools, we celebrate you. From myself, PJ, thank you so much. I wish to see you next year. But to give us a vote of thanks, allow me to welcome on stage Mr. Knowledge Chikundi.
Good afternoon. Oh, still morning, right? Good morning. Congratulations, all the finalists. So, yesterday we did an experiment and we said you are going to do peer judging. And so now we're trying to see who are the winners in the peer judging category, awards category. And you gave each other 100%, 99%, and I think that's what you deserve. You all deserve 100%. But we couldn't have everyone getting a medal here. But you are all winners. And we want to continue celebrating you. Before I forget, remember, I always tell you, we are a family. From the guys doing our live streaming, Media Vibes company, and our photographers. And so this is Edwin, our photographer for the past, I think, 4 years. And so he came up with an idea, which before we just close, I want him to share about it briefly, then we close. And it's launching, that idea is launching, I think, soon after this.
Good morning, everyone. Recently, I saw a newspaper cutting from about 100 years ago. that said people protested when electricity was introduced. There were people who were saying this is dangerous, we don't want this, and they were protesting. And imagine now we are all using electricity. That's the power of media, that's the power of newspapers. So we've been doing science, Zim Science Fair and Africa Buskers for the past few years, and we have not recorded any stories. So next year, we're going to have our own publication so that we can have your stories written somewhere. And you never know, maybe 100 years later, someone is going to find a newspaper cutting of our own newspaper. So if you want to participate, that means we're going to be communicating with you, but it's high time you start writing your own articles about your own projects, what you want to achieve, what you want to solve, so that you can be featured in this publication. So more details are going to be coming, but the message to you is start writing and be ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. And he's a qualified journalist, so I think that magazine will be awesome, and we'll aim to tell all the stories. When I went around your projects yesterday, I so many amazing stories from you guys. So thank you, Edwin, for the idea, and we can't wait for next year when the publication gets online, and we also have print edition. I want to thank you. So I'll start with PJ, our MC. Again, he's been doing this for the past, I think, 4 years. He started when he was head boy at his school. So his school was hosting this event. And that year, we also had the National Geographic crew all the way from Hollywood. So they were filming the festival, and he was the MC. If you watch the documentary, you can see him announcing the awards and doing so many cool things. So thank you, Panache, for hosting this event, for being our host for all these years, and we want to continue having you here. He's an amazing MC. I think you can all agree with me. And can we clap hands for our judges? So you saw yesterday we had 23 judges. Without judges, this event is not possible. So today we just have a few of them. I will bother you to just come up on stage. I think we need a group photo for the judges as also part of our way of saying thank you. So judges, 100 years from now, maybe this group photo will be in the newspaper, and people will so this is Dr. And they can just maybe introduce themselves, right? And something that we discussed yesterday, they are willing to offer mentorship and guidance as you work on your projects. So I think more on that will be communicated. So they'll just introduce themselves, and so that you get to know them.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Professor Mwasa from Zambia, but I'm to be specific. I thank you.
Morning, everyone. I'm Mr. E.D. Mlamban. I'm a physics teacher at Arundel School. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Chifampa. Hello, everyone. I'm at the University of Zimbabwe.
Mary Eileen Wood. I'm from Terra Science and Education in the United States.
Chitsama Tanga E, lecturer at University of Zimbabwe.
Leah Kashiri, lecturer at University of Zimbabwe.
Tufadza Tawa, lecturer at UZ.
So, a group photo. A group photo, guys, with our judges. I think I should be in the middle.
Victory should be with us.
All right, so thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And all the teachers, thank you for supporting the students. We hope to see you again next year in July. We're not sure, maybe we'll be at Cinicon in Nyanga. I think it will be nicer there, maybe because it's at Cinicon, we might have to do it a whole week from Monday to Friday, but that will be communicated. Otherwise, we'll come back here. So thank you, everyone. We wish you the best as you go on to continue writing your stories and making the world a better place. Oh, lastly, because I don't, so we have a wonderful team. Even this venue, because they host a lot of venues, they say your team is amazing. I want to appreciate our volunteers. They work very hard to make this event possible. So I just want to appreciate them. I know they are running around, but we just want to appreciate them. Otherwise, thank you, everyone. We'll see you again next time. Unfortunately, today we are not giving you lunch. But it's going to change over the years. We will try to feed you every day. So from here, you go to your schools and to all.
Come on, give Jesus praise in this place. Hallelujah. Do you want to praise the Lord one last time tonight? You are good and your mercy is forever.
As we have come to the one, two, can you hear me? As we have come to the end of our Africa Science Buskers Festival 2025, I have with me one of the judges here, and I'd like to ask her a few questions about this year's Africa Science Buskers. Hello, ma'am, and welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me.
As we understand, I'd like to know what made the children's prototype stand out to you the most?
What I found very impressive is the way every child who I spoke to, who was delivering their presentation, was enthusiastic. and they had a very good understanding of the subjects that their project was based on, and they were very well aware of the needs which they were fulfilling with their projects.
That's great. And as you have dealt with other students as well, what would you say about the overall impression that they had? Were they able to achieve the goals that they were meant to achieve?
I think everyone impressed me. Every one of the students who were presenting or who had their displays, they were all of high quality, were of excellent quality. Not in terms of what they were telling me, but also the potential.
And what were you looking at now during the judging process? What were the things that you were picking out that judged whether someone was highly ranked or lower?
What was important was that the student be able to communicate the projects, because it's important to be able to reach out there for people to be able to understand what it is that you want to do, and if we are going to get sponsorship, you should be able to also communicate the project itself and the needs of the project and the justification of the project. And I got that from all the projects that I had the privilege to observe and students presented to me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. As we didn't get your name, ma'am. Please tell us who you are and where you're from.
My name is Dr. Chieza Portia Chifamba. I am a senior lecturer at the University of Zimbabwe.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for representing the University of Zimbabwe. Thank you. We have... Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
All right. Please talk to us and let us know about how the judging process was for you.
Well, the judging process was very difficult to actually say that. At least the kids had a lot of innovations. They had embraced the sustainable development goals. They were looking at problems and just trying to solve them. So it was very interesting how each child had tried to have a solution for a problem, which is very, very critical. So we had things that had global warming, we had AI generated, we had robotics, we had green fuels, we had so many interesting things that I was like, are these children really, what are they doing with their time to come up with these things? So it was really, really insightful and a little bit inspiring. So I really enjoyed the judging, but it made it very difficult because they had all great ideas. So I really enjoyed this year's African Buskers event. It was really, really amazing.
That's lovely. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
As we have heard, the various things that these young people are coming up with, they have their ideas that are just standing out and bringing the most. How are you, ma'am?
So you?
I'm all right, thank you. Please tell us about the judging process. What were the things that you were looking at mainly that determined whether someone was highly ranked or lower?
Okay, thank you. The judging was really complicated. It was a complex process because all the concepts that were being presented was just so great. So it was like the toughest thing that we ever had to do, like judging all those nice projects. But basically what we're looking for passion and a thought through, well-researched concept and emotions into each, showing the attachment and commitment to seeing what the students were presenting being done.
And where do you see these various projects taking Africa?
With proper funding, these projects will take us far. This is what we need as a country. We have strategic development goals that we have set, and the good thing is we see these ideas coming from the young generation. So this generation will really contribute toward a complete evolution, a complete change of things, and a complete kind of thinking that will see through the goals that we've set for ourselves as a country and as a nation.
One more question. What is Africa Science Buskers aiming to do?
They're aiming to make these young students, the young generation, identify issues that need to be improved or identify concepts in science that need to be improved or to be further developed. Yes, we have the founders, we have people who have done research, we have developed these things, but we need to continue thinking through, especially with the current changes, with the coming in of artificial intelligence. We need to embrace it because it's things that are already there. So it's best with this young generation, which has got a new mind, so that they think these things through and come up with innovative solutions to the challenges that we now have.
Thank you so much for joining us. As we move on from our judges to the students and the various finalists that you have.
Oh, so my name is Chansa Kalinda and I'm coming from Banana International School in Zambia. So my project was about a biodigester. This can help us fight load shedding and also poverty, because the biodigester can convert organic waste into biogas, which the biogas can be used as energy to produce electricity and can be used for cooking and heating. So my first award was the alumni, because this was my third time doing Science Buskers, and I also came out third because of my project. I would like to thank Science Buskers. I would like to thank everyone, together with my parents who supported me and helped me, and the school as well.
Thank you so much for joining us. You did a great job.
Thank you.
We have various students coming through. Yes, another pair here. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Thank you, and how are you?
I'm all right. Please tell us about your experience here at the Africa Science Buskers.
So it was very enjoyable. It was very surprising, and I was also surprised that I won the medal. Yeah.
So my experience here was really fun. It was really enjoyable. We got to meet new people and socialize a lot. The food here was really nice, and the drinks too. And my favorite thing to do was spin the wheel. First, I was really disappointed because I got a pen, but I kept on spinning and spinning. Then I got the thing I wanted. That was the
Oh yes, you won that bag when you spun. Yes, absolutely. And what would you like to say to those of your friends that you left at school?
Hope you're enjoying and hope you miss us, because I know you do. But we'll be back soon, and yeah, we won.
For me, I would like to say, guys, it's time to participate. Wake up.
That's wonderful. It's beautiful that you guys are coming through. How old are you?
I'm 13.
I'm 13 now.
You're 13. So fellow 13-year-olds are working very hard in the Africa Science Buskers. Thank you guys for joining us. We've got more teams that are coming through. I understand they're from Zambia. Wonderful. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. So it's lovely to have you guys. Do tell me about your whole experience starting from Wednesday up to today.
Okay. So my experience was great. I was nervous at first. Like, I didn't really, know what to do. But then I feel like I got comfortable. I settled in well. I had a tour. Then yesterday I think I am sometimes scared of public speaking. But then I think that, my friends comforted me. I was scared. I was shaking, like I was nervous. But then I guess I was okay. I explained well. I believe I explained well. But my experience was great. Zimbabwe is a beautiful place.
Thank you.
Well, my experience has been okay. I really like the fact that everyone in Zimbabwe is so sweet and they're always smiling. And I'm not really afraid of public speaking, but I just sometimes get nervous. But I managed to speak.
That's awesome. And how do you feel? You took second place. You both took second place. Awesome. How does that feel, winning?
I was so excited. I really couldn't believe that I got second place. It's exciting. I am actually really proud of myself. And yes, shout out to my parents for making this trip possible and the school. Well, taking second place is a huge deal because I'm one of those competitive people, in sports and academics. But I just want to give a shout out to my mom, my siblings who motivated me.
That's awesome. Thank you guys for traveling all the way from Zambia, coming here to show us the great minds that you are. Thank you for joining us. We've got very bright minds that are here. We've got amazing kids. Hi, guys. Hello.
Good morning, actually.
You good?
I'm alright, I'm good.
So tell me about your project. What were you doing?
Alright, my project basically was an app which assisted those people who are sick and people who couldn't get medical treatment as fast as possible. So it serves as first aid sort of in a way, but it works offline. You know, some of the people don't have internet access, so if you don't have internet access, it tells you the steps on how to heal your sickness or your illness. Yeah.
And you won first place. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, it's God's grace, and I'm really happy to have made it this far.
All right. Well, with that, do you think that you'll be able to come through next year?
Unfortunately, I'm upper six now, so this is my last competition so far.
Do you wish that you should have started earlier?
I wish so, because I started this year, and what I've been doing winning since then, so I just regret starting it late rather than starting it early.
And what encouragement do you have to somebody who's also sitting and contemplating whether they should come through?
Okay, basically you should sometimes face your fears, because I was afraid of these technical whatever. You know, I wouldn't really understand, but I was motivated by my relative who recently passed due to that. So I made the application because of him, and you should just face your fears sometimes. Just let it go and face your fears.
Thank you for joining us, Hey. As you have heard, face your fears. You are going to make it. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me about your project and what you were working on.
So I was working on a fan powered by batteries and a motor.
Yes. That's interesting. You're mechanical.
Yes.
As it shows. So tell me about your experience here in Zimbabwe. How's it been?
It's been very good. The accommodation is very good. We're staying at Holiday Inn. Yes, very nice hotel.
What did you enjoy the most by coming to the Africa Science Buskers Festival 2025?
I'm enjoying where the owner of Broadcom, where he's talking about how next year there's also going to be an article and that's what I really enjoy because, yeah.
Fear
and how does it?
Have you ever been frozen?
Like, it's very good. People get to see what I've been working on for the past few days, and yeah, I put hard work.
I'm happy for you, Hey. Thank you for coming. Do you think you're gonna come through next year?
No, I won't.
Why?
I'm going to another school and I don't think they'll have jets.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
No, that's all right. Thank you, Hey, for joining us. We've got the... I'm all right. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So tell me about your science project.
Okay, so my science project for this year's season was a Mars rover prototype that I decided to name the Red Martian Trailblazer. Yes, so it is basically a Mars rover prototype that is supposed to go on Mars and study the Martian geology, the rocks that are there on Mars, the Martian terrain, as well as the weather, right? The reason why I came up with this project it is because we're facing a lot of problems on Earth, for example, global warming, and some of them we can't overcome them, in a short period of time. So maybe in the future, people might want to move to planet Mars. But then obviously we cannot just move there. We need something that we can send so that it can study the planet for us so that later on we can go. So what my robot does, it collects rock using this drum intake mechanism, and then it stores it in a holding chamber. So the holding chamber is part of what we call an XRD instrument. And what the XRD instrument does, it fires X-rays at the rock, and then there'll be a diffraction pattern. So that diffraction pattern will be studied, and then it will be compared against the one that is in the database already, and then that will help us to know the structure in the rock itself, right? That will also help us to know some of the anonymous weather elements, for example precipitation on Mars. Why? Because there are some rocks that are formed only in the presence of water. And then on my robot again, I also have 2 claws that are there. The other claw specifically focuses on the smaller rocks, and the other claw specifically focuses on the larger rocks. Why? This is used for path planning and also path clearance. So let's say, for example, my robot wants to move forward, but then there's a rock that is there. The claw is the one that is responsible for moving the rock out of the way so that the robot can proceed without any obstacles in the way, right? And then I also have a weather station. The weather station has a cup anemometer for measuring wind speed, and then it also has the temperature sensor, which is the DHT11 for measuring temperature. It also has the gas sensor for measuring the concentration of carbon dioxide and oxygen, as well as a soil moisture sensor that is used to measure the soil moisture. Yes.
Wow, that is a lot. I really am genuinely impressed. So tell me about your experience and people that you would like to thank for supporting you this far.
Okay, so I can really say it wasn't a, easy journey. The road wasn't smooth, but thanks to my mentor, Mr. Dr. Stuart Nderere, Mr. Kamtimbe, and all of my colleagues from school, especially the robotics club. Special mentions to Lionel Munoa, Braden Gunundi, Tinotenda and Demira, and all the people who helped me. They made it, easier for me, even though it was a really hard task. Yes.
Wow. Thank you for joining us. I hope, are you coming through next year?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll see you next year then. Wonderful. We've got a team of beautiful ladies that did exceptionally well today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And how are you feeling about winning and coming this far?
I'm very excited for the future, and I'm happy that our hard work has finally paid off, and I'm very excited.
That's awesome. And what encouragement do you have for somebody who's been doubting themselves so far?
We don't create science projects just to win. We create them to change the world. So even if you didn't get anything, your project could still be life-changing. Even if it changes one life, it's done more than enough.
That's beautiful. And what do you think that Africa Science Buskers is trying to achieve?
I think by just the fact that they want us to learn how to communicate science, firstly, it's confidence. There's no way you're going to make your project or your idea grow bigger on a larger scale without the confidence. So the fact that they allow us to go up on stage or just to be around our peers as we were doing the peer voting, it allows you to have that self-esteem to believe in your project. So I think that's the main thing they want us to do, is believe in our project. Yes, your project, like she said, might only help one person, but as long as you believe, then it could go further and further, more than you know.
So, were you expecting to take first place?
Not at all. Not at all. I think during the judging, our judge was very excited about our project, but we didn't know what the scores were looking like. So when they announced top 10, we were hopeful that we would make it, and I think when they announced us as first place, we were very happy, and we weren't expecting it. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I wish you all the best in the future, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And we've got a young man coming this way. Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm all right. So you can stand this way. Tell me about your project and what you're doing.
So my project is entitled Disease Eradication, and my plan is to eradicate all diseases so that the world can live a healthier life.
That's beautiful, and that's really exciting. How old are you?
I'm 11 years old. I'm in grade 5.
You're 11 years old. That's very inspiring. So tell me how your experience was when you came to Zimbabwe.
Well, my experience was great. Zimbabwe has a lot of beautiful places, like Harare. It has a lot of beautiful buildings and historical sites that I really want to see again.
Do you wish to come through next year?
Obviously, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I wish you all the best next year and congratulations on making it this far. Thank you. Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. How are you? I'm all right. Do tell us about your experience with the All African Science Buskers Festival 2025.
Oh, so Africa Science Buskers 2025 was actually our first. It was actually our first competition. So I found it very exciting. We were so excited, although we were a bit discouraged about our project.
Yeah, so I think it was just a wonderful experience all in all, because this was our first time and we were just starting this thing, and when we came here and to actually receive a silver medal, it's actually something that we're like so proud, because we weren't expecting it, and when our names were called, we were like, wow. So it's just motivating us and telling us to believe in ourselves more and then to continue to do this.
Wow. And are you guys planning on coming back next year?
Yes, we are.
That's awesome. I wish you the absolute best.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming through, guys. And we have a student who's advertising. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Blessing Masaka. I'm from Milestone College. Right. So I have many students in Zimbabwe who are looking for scholarships abroad, and I'm here with Ellison Scholars, which is one of the best scholars you can find in the world. I would advise all the students out there to look for Ellison Scholars. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Why should I look for Ellison Scholars?
I mean, it has the best education and everything there.
All right. Thank you so much for coming through. We are encouraged to come through for Ellison Scholars. We've got our phenomenal MC coming through to wrap this up. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How was this year for you?
This year was magnificent. I think the exponential growth is something to be commended, because you're looking at an expansion of the inclusion of the United States, states like Luxembourg, Zambia, Namibia. So it is slow, but it is commendable. So what we're looking forward to is further expansion of this particular festival, to grow it bigger, like you heard Mr. Knowledge Chikundi speaking about the Cinicon that is being built in Nyanga, the first of its kind, particularly in Zimbabwe and also around the world. It is the first of its kind in terms of the architectural design of that particular platform. So yes, that's what we're looking forward to. We're happy with the progress. We're happy that the kids don't seem to cease to amaze. They're coming up with bigger and better things you'd never imagine. When I was in high school, I wouldn't have thought of some of the things that they are thinking of. I was a science student of myself, but I wouldn't have thought of some of the things that they are coming up with. So something that is commendable, and huge congratulations to the organizing team led by Knowledge Chikundi, his wife, his mother, and everyone else who's part of the team.
Thank you so much for joining us. Any parting words before we go?
Parting words are for the students. Like we said inside, continue dreaming, dream big, and let's celebrate curiosity.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
As we have seen, we have come to the end of our day today. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got one last student who would like to come through. Hello, how are you? I'm all right.
So I'm a gold medalist from the Africa Science Buskers 2025 festival, if you still remember me. And I also won the Broadcom award, top 3 finalists. So I feel great about it. I feel so honored to be part of the Africa Science Buskers Festival edition of 2025. I truly feel like my luck in science phase has truly changed, from a bad phase to a good phase. And now I'm finally on the road to something which is great and a pivotal moment in my life. I believe I can achieve more.
Absolutely, you definitely can. And is this your last time coming? Are you planning on coming again next year?
Unfortunately, this is my last time coming to the African Science Buskers Festival, but I'm glad I made the most out of it.
Absolutely. And what encouragement would you have to our fellow friends who are watching you online?
I would, for our fellow friends who are watching online, I would say they should just remain dedicated to what they do. they should believe in themselves, they should have faith, and they should just give it their best. Never expect more, never expect less. Just be normal, be organized, and just be honored. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Hey. As you continue, I wish you all the best. Absolutely. As you have seen, we've come to the end of our Africa Science Buskers Festival 2025. I'm so excited that all these children, 360 and more, have learned so much and benefited from this experience at the Africa Science Buskers. If you're sitting at home with your beautiful idea, come through. We will be so glad to have you come. Thank you.
From media vibes.
You didn't come. I didn't. Oh, okay. It's fine. It's all right. See you next year then.
It's okay. Next year, definitely.
Hi.
Am I late?
Yes, you are.